Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to talk about the richest man in Babylon. So this chapter 2, is on the 7 cures for a lean purse. So basically, 7 cures for being broke. So let's get into each of these laws we have. First, I'm going to read them like they say them in the book. The first one is start thy purse to fattening. Okay, so basically, RCAD is saying here that everyone has a job that they're earning. If you don't have a job, that's the first thing you should be doing is getting a job or finding a way to make money. And you have an income right now. So what you need to do is save 10% of that. This way, you start as little as it is now, even if it's $1. If you start saving 10 cents, eventually that 10 cents will grow. So the whole point is saving the money now. So first is save that 10% or more. 2 is control thy expenditures. So I talked about this a little bit in the last video, but a lot of people have this idea that this is a necessary expense. I need to go get a massage 3 times a week. That's a necessary expense. Or I need to have Spotify in order to survive. That's a necessary expense. And technically, if you really think about it, those are not necessary expenses at all. You could survive without massages. You were born without massages probably into this earth, and you could survive without them. Just like Spotify was a thing that was created a couple years ago, and it's a great thing. Don't get me wrong, I pay for it, but you definitely don't need it. So what you need to do is decide what your necessary expenses to live are: food, water, housing, clothing, basic clothing, not luxurious clothing, stuff like that. Break it down to there. Maybe you need a car to commute to work. Maybe that's something that's necessary. But besides that, you don't really need much more than that. Maybe a couple things here and there. But so save the money aside for that. Take that out of your income right away. And make sure that that number is not more than 90% of what you make, because 10% is obviously going to the investments and savings. So set aside that money. This way you know you need this. And if you look at it, this might be one of the easiest ways to remove a lot of things that you don't need and start making your purse fattening, as they said. 3 is make that gold multiply. Basically, every dollar that you have in that savings that you put to the side has to be working. The dollars can make more money if you invest them in the right places and make sure that those investments are secure and are giving you a profit. So that's number 3. Number 4 is guard thy treasures from a loss. Kind of said this in the last one, but make sure you're studying those investments properly. You're seeking proper advice for all of these investments that you're getting into. And it's better to have small and secure investments than large and risky ones. So make sure that you're focusing in on what you know and investing there, and not investing in places you don't know. 5 is make thy dwelling a profitable investment. So this is really just saying that you should own your home rather than renting, because all that money that's going towards rent you could be using to pay for the house. Sometimes you might need to get away with renting for a little bit first, but it's always better to have the house where you can use that as an investment for the future rather than paying rent. 6, ensure future income. If you think about it, there's going to be days where you're not going to be able to work. And if you're working a job, normally that means that you have to show up to work in order to get paid. So you need to get income in a way that's going to keep giving you money even when you're not working. This way you can survive if shit hits the fan, for instance. So you have to make sure that you're making plans for days when you don't have when you're not going to have money, and when you won't have a job, when you won't be young, and when you won't, and you want to prepare for future generations. If you could, that would be awesome. If you could support future generations off of the money you earn, that's amazing. And 7, increase thy ability to earn. this comes into self-education, constantly improving. Never stand still, otherwise you'll be left alone. That's something that the book said. That's so huge. I mean, if you're standing still and everyone else is walking right by, you're going to be all alone eventually, right? You're going to be stuck back here where everyone else is somewhere ahead of you. You don't want that to happen. You always want to be in the forefront of the knowledge, always moving forward. So always keep educating yourself and improving. So let's go over them real quick. Start thy person to fattening. 2 is control thy expenditures. 3 is make thy gold multiply. 4, guard thy treasures from loss. 5, make thy dwelling a profitable investment. 6, ensure future income. 7, increase thy ability to earn. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Catch me tomorrow for the 3rd chapter in Richest Man in Babylon. If you like this book, please check out the description. There should be a copy down there. You could purchase a copy of this book on Amazon. Click subscribe if you want to follow along in this book and any future books. And click the like button if you enjoyed this video, which I'm sure you did. And also, you could share this video to some of your friends that need help saving money. So share this video on social media if you could. I'd really appreciate it. Have a great day, guys. I'll catch you tomorrow.